On May 3, 2007, a 3-year-old girl vanished without a trace. Her name was Madeleine McCann. She was on vacation with her family in Praia de Luz, Portugal. A quiet holiday resort. A normal evening. Her parents were dining with friends just 50 meters away from the apartment. They checked on the children throughout the night. Everything seemed fine. Until 10 p.m. Her mother opened the bedroom door. And Madeleine was gone. The window was open. The shutters were raised. The bed was empty. No signs of forced entry. No clear suspect. No screams heard. Within hours, Portuguese police were searching the area. By morning, the story was international news. And what started as a missing child case became one of the most debated disappearances in modern history. But here's the question, was it an abduction? Or did something else happen inside that apartment? In the next part, we break down the first mistakes in the investigation. Within hours of Madeleine's disappearance, local police in Portugal began investigating. But critics say crucial mistakes were made in the very first hours. The apartment was not immediately sealed. Friends, staff, and family moved in and out of the scene. Potential evidence may have been contaminated. There was confusion about the timeline. Who checked on the children? At what exact time? And did anyone see something unusual? The case quickly escalated beyond Portugal. British authorities joined the search. Media from around the world arrived. The pressure exploded. And then, something unexpected happened. The investigation shifted focus toward the people no one expected. Just months after Madeleine vanished, the investigation took a shocking turn. Portuguese authorities officially named her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, as arguidos, formal suspects. The theory? That Madeleine had died accidentally in the apartment. And a cover-up followed. Police pointed to inconsistencies in statements. Specially trained cadaver dogs reportedly detected the scent of death inside the apartment. They also alerted near the trunk of a rental car the family hired weeks later. Media coverage intensified. Headlines exploded. Public opinion split in half. Were grieving parents being unfairly targeted? Or was there something investigators were seeing that the public didn't know? The pressure became unbearable. But then, the case shifted again. As media attention exploded worldwide, the case moved beyond Portugal. In 2011, the British government launched a major review called Operation Grange. Detectives re-examined thousands of documents, re-interviewed witnesses, and reconstructed the timeline from scratch. Their focus shifted back to one core theory: abduction. Over the years, dozens of potential suspects were investigated. Sightings were reported across Europe. Sketches were released. Leads were chased in multiple countries. But none led to a confirmed answer. Then, in 2020, German authorities made a major announcement. They revealed a new prime suspect, a convicted criminal who had been living in Portugal at the time of Madeleine's disappearance. For the first time in years, investigators said they believed she was no longer alive. But even with a suspect, the mystery was far from over. In 2020, German prosecutors identified a new prime suspect. His name, Christian Bruckner. A convicted sex offender. He had lived in Praia de Luz in 2007. He owned a van. He had a long criminal history. And phone records placed him near the resort the night Madeleine disappeared. German authorities stated publicly they believed Madeleine was dead. But they did not reveal the evidence. No body was found. No forensic confirmation released. Bruckner has denied involvement. He has not been formally charged in connection to Madeleine's disappearance. Investigators claim they have concrete evidence. But until charges are filed, the case remains legally unresolved. After more than a decade, the world is still waiting for definitive proof. After more than a decade, key questions still remain. If this was an abduction, how did it happen so quietly? The apartment was close to a public walkway. Multiple adults were dining nearby. No confirmed scream. No confirmed struggle. Another question, why did early witness descriptions differ so much from each other? Some reported seeing a man carrying a child. Others described someone completely different. Then there's the timeline. Small gaps. Minor inconsistencies. Enough to fuel years of speculation. And yet, speculation is not evidence. The hardest part of this case is separating fact from theory. Because in high-profile investigations, public pressure can blur the truth. From the very beginning, Madeleine McCann's disappearance became a global headline. News outlets across the UK, Europe, and the United States covered the story daily. The case was no longer just a police investigation. It became a media phenomenon. The parents gave interviews. Press conferences were broadcast live. Millions followed every update. But media attention has power. It can help generate leads. And it can also shape public opinion. At times, speculation was reported like fact. Online forums exploded with theories. Accusations spread rapidly. The McCann family later won libel cases against several publications for false reporting. In high-profile cases, the line between investigation and entertainment can become dangerously thin. And once a narrative takes hold, it can be almost impossible to undo. For Kate and Jerry McCann, the years after Madeline's disappearance became a relentless fight. Not just to find answers, but to protect their family's name. They returned to the UK under intense scrutiny. Cameras followed them. Headlines questioned them. Public opinion shifted constantly. Despite everything, they continued funding private investigations. They launched campaigns. They marked every anniversary publicly. Year after year, they repeated the same message: we will never give up. Their twins grew up in the shadow of a global mystery. And while the world debated theories, one reality remained unchanged: a child was missing. More than 15 years later, Madeleine McCann has never been found. Investigations continue across countries. A suspect exists, but no trial. No definitive proof presented publicly. The case remains officially open. And that's what makes it different. This isn't a closed file. It's a mystery still unfolding. Was it a carefully planned abduction? A crime of opportunity? Or other details the public still doesn't know? In the age of the internet, every theory spreads fast. But the truth moves much slower. Until evidence speaks louder than speculation, one thing remains certain: the world is still waiting for answers. What do you believe happened that night?